My next guest exemplifies the thing that I really, truly love about Portland. We really get into what I call extreme hobbies, but my next guest is taking it to the next level. Cara, come on out.
Well, I wonder what this hobby is.
Yeah, Cara, well, you have many hobbies. I know you as a dancer, like you do theatrical dancing. We met in Run Club.
We did.
And I know you are just kind of this person that once you get your fingers into it, you just dig in. Now we're talking about chocolate.
Yes. Oh, who likes chocolate? I am a chocoholic.
Chocoholic.
If you will.
Let's talk about that.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't know about all of you, but when I was young, I would eat a lot of the fun-sized candy bars, and that was my chocolate. That's what I thought was good chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
I've been in Portland about 7 years, and I think it was about 3 years ago that I really fell in love with chocolate and realized there was this craft chocolate scene where people actually make bars in-house or make truffles, make toffee. So bean to bar or bean to confections. And that was just, it sparked this curiosity of what I could do with it.
Yeah.
I had dabbled in making truffles myself, and they definitely tasted really good. They didn't
Right.
look good.
Okay.
So I'm not necessarily a maker of sorts. Maybe that'll happen at some point. But I took that love and I discovered all these places in town. And I was actually planning an epic date for a 1-year anniversary, so
Tell me about it.
I planned this chocolate crawl based on some recommendations from a colleague. And I started with going to Missionary Chocolates. I don't know if any of you have been there, but Missionary Chocolates makes coconut vegan truffles in town. And that was a really good start for me because it was truffles, and that's kind of what I was used to.
Yeah.
And then when I started tasting real pure chocolate from bean to bar,
Right.
they actually source the beans from different countries of origin and then make it in-house. There's several bean to bar chocolate makers here in Portland.
That's incredible.
I don't know.
I immediately think of like coffee, like turning, we source our coffee beans, roast them and produce them here in Portland, and then produce this magic thing that we have is Portland craft coffee. And you're saying much to that, there's a whole chocolate scene that I don't know how I've gone unaware of. And you are the perfect person to know because you're leading tours now.
Yes, so I started with forming the Portland Chocoholics meetup group, where everyone, they're not required to be an addict, but you're welcome to join. People a lot of people's favorite bar is Hershey's, but my goal is to change their mind.
Yeah.
So I've planned crawls where we've gone from place to place, so that was kind of the start of the tours. And then just going to watch movies or meeting with a chocolate maker. And during that time I started really building relationships with makers around town. And that got me to think about starting a business.
Yeah.
And so I was thinking, what would be the best way to fill the gap in town, because there's already a lot of people making chocolate.
Right.
So I thought, why not be an educator? Because I have an education background, and also why not do tours and tastings?
Right.
So that's kind of my niche is tours and tastings in Portland.
And leading us to the source. Now, you're talking about being an educator. You also have a class at PCC.
I do.
Where you talk about chocolate?
Yes.
Let's talk about that.
So I've taught one class so far in the spring, and we had 6 very hungry, chocolate curious consumers, and I really expanded their palate for sure. Actually, when they filled out the feedback form at the end, the only criticism was that they had too much chocolate, and I don't think that's a criticism.
Not at all.
So I'm teaching it this summer, August 4th and 11th, and it's just a 2-day Saturday class, and we spend the first day really learning about chocolate, tasting chocolate, the origins, where it was born. I don't know if you know where chocolate was born, but Chiapas, Mexico is kind of the birthplace. There's some controversy, but they did find some markings on a vessel in that region, so it was Mesoamerica at the time. But now 70% of the world's cocoa is grown in Africa, West Africa, and there's a lot of controversy there with the Ivory Coast. That's actually child slave labor, and I could go on and on.
So are there fair trade coffee that we can endorse and really support so that they could support the local farmers?
Yes, there are so many. You look for a fair trade label on the label of the bar. You can also direct trade. A lot of actual makers use direct trade practices, which is even better for the growers, where they actually know the farmer and they get paid the same amount, so it's equal. Fair trade is really a certification, so direct trade cuts out the middleman.
Yeah.
But there's good things about both, and you want to look for that when you're looking for your bars.
Absolutely. Cara, you brought some
I
chocolate,
did.
not only for me, but everybody in the audience. Can we get a round of applause?
And the crew, hopefully. This is actually Ranger Chocolate.
Yes.
They are a local chocolate maker. They're kind of, I don't want to say my favorite, but they've been very supportive throughout my journey, far, because this business started in September. Chocolate Pursuite, melt into the experience.
Now we have to hold on. Don't eat it yet. We're going to do a tasting.
We're going to do a guided tasting. We don't have wine or whiskey or coffee or tea, but water will do if you have that with you. So Ranger Chocolate, they are owned by 4 lovely individuals, and they make it in-house, and they lead tours on Saturdays, and they're going to be part of my tour that I'm going to lead through Airbnb experiences on Saturdays.
It's amazing. You have so much going on.
Yeah, it's
I
a
love
lot of
it.
fun.
So let's dig in.
Before it melts, because it's so hot.
Yes.
We're going to melt it on our tongue. So you can just notice and admire the packaging. They make these 1/4 ounce little chocolates, and the only ingredients, if you look at the back, are organic cacao and sugar. So you don't even have the cocoa butter added back. You don't have soy lecithin like a lot of companies will add.
A real natural product.
Yeah, so go ahead and take it out. Don't eat it yet. It might melt in your hands like the famous candy we know. But take a look at it. The first thing you do is you look at the appearance. What does it look like to you, Chris?
I mean, it's like a clean slate. It's a beautiful piece of chocolate. Like if I've touched it, I could see my fingerprint on it. It looks great.
It's so smooth, right?
Super smooth, like a great chocolate color. Of course, yeah.
So that's kind of it. It's smooth. There's no wrong or right answer, but that is perfect.
All right.
The next is you're going to smell it. Shout out what you smell.
Wow. Anybody.
That's good.
Chocolate, yeah.
But it like coffee, like roasted.
I get a little coffee notes. Fun fact is Cup and Bar, where Ranger makes their chocolate, is a cafe in town, and they actually have Trailhead coffee roasters there as well. So it could maybe pick up those aromas of coffee. So very good, very astute. Next, we're going to snap it. So hold it near your ear and snap it. Now it might be a little melted, but you want to look for a really good snap, and this typically has an amazing snap, and that measures the freshness of the bar. Okay, then we're almost ready to eat it. Then you're going to look and see the texture. So kind of, is it grainy? Is it
grainy in the middle? Yes.
Yeah, there's some little notes there, and that depends on how long it's refined and mixed and conched, which are 2 parts of the process. And now we can melt it on our tongue. So melt a piece on your tongue. And this is dairy-free and vegan and all that fun stuff.
Oh my God.
So, yes, Chris. Melt into the...
It's delicious.
And so, what notes do you get? Now think about your flavors.
It's good.
I actually have a flavor wheel, if anyone wants to look at it later. You don't want synthetic flavors. That they throw you off with that one.
Right.
But, buttery, spicy, floral. What do you taste?
I'm getting a lot of texture. Like just this ultra smooth. My mouth is in heaven right now.
It's very creamy, right?
Yeah.
Very citrusy.
You got a little citrus. Does anyone get like a cherry? Yes. Oh, good. That's what they're going for. So a lot of makers will put like the notes on the back, but not always, and so it is your interpretation. But dark cherry and cocoa notes are what they kind of were going for with this one.
Oh my God, that
This is from
was
Peru.
a little taste of heaven.
So feel free to eat the rest or
Save it for later. Like it is so savory. Like this is something that you could enjoy with one bite. Unlike the candy bars we want to finish when we were a kid.
Right.
You know, the standard Hershey's mercury,
Yes. Yep.
brand candy bars. This is something I could take a bite, and I almost like transported mentally. I know that sounds crazy, like, but
Not to me.
it took me to another place.
Oh, good.
So there's more of this I could experience in Portland.
Yes, through me and through going to the makers themselves. So there's a whole list. You can just look up Chocolate Portland. You can also go through me, Chocolate Pursuit, and I'm going to be leading those tours, and I'm really excited about that.
Awesome. For my audience here and my audience at home, where can they find you online?
Yeah, so www.chocolatepursuit.com. Also, I have an Instagram, chocolate_pursuit, and Facebook, Chocolate Pursuit. I also have a chocolate wrap that's coming out. I have a music video coming out soon, so look out for that on my website.
Awesome.
I don't know if you want a little snippet.
Of course, we want a little snippet of it. Yeah. Do you have to stand up?
I could. Yeah, I don't want my props
comfortable.
today. But,
Okay. I'm gonna leave the stage because this is awesome.
It's acapella. So. Used to wake up in the morning, it was just another day. Working for the man, wasting my life away. 8 to 5, 0 drive, shit like Office Space. Folded paper planes, a million origami cranes. I just sat there, man, I never used my brain. My roomies would blame it on my lack of sleep. My mother said it was simply lethargy. I tried to eat more meat and gobble up my greens. Chock full of protein and alkalines. Sometimes I lay in bed at night, I close my eyes and dream. What did they say? 1, 2, 3, cho. 1, 2, 3, co. 1, 2, 3, la. 1, 2, 3, te. Yeah. Went to the gym and could not lift a single weight. My pen ran out of ink, so I gave up. I could not create, I couldn't laugh, and I refused to cry. I tried so hard to force real tears from my eyes. Come on, Kay, hey, it's okay, Kay. Get angry, throw a fit, go crazy. Nope, nothing, nada. I told my therapist I was emotionless, solely a grouch. I would veg on the couch. Only in rest would I confess to skipping merrily down the yellow brick road. Dicked out in chocolate gold. I dream of chocolate, bate, chocolate. Yeah. I dream of chocolate, bate, chocolate. Yeah.